Well, David, it's over.
It's over. TGIF. Thank God Italia's finished. And we're recording on a Friday. Spoiler.
Oh, God. Hi there. Hello. And welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. And I am not necessarily drinking something today, more than consuming something today. And David, I think you know what this is, but I'm having an EG today.
I don't.
You don't? Oh,
Nope.
You've been here before. So this is kind of like an icy or a slushy, but better. I was craving one today. If you know where these are from, then you know exactly where I live. Well, city-wise. But the flavor I got today is The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, which is a combination of their holly berry flavor and lemon.
Ooh.
And it's phenomenal.
Is it evil lemon?
No, it's not evil lemon, but it kind of it looks weird. It's just like, but it's like a red and a green mixed together, so it's turning like brown. But trust me when I say it is absolutely incredible. And you have to like eat it with a spoon to start, and then it like melts enough to where you can drink it with a straw. But I've had these my entire life, and they're so good. But if I was obviously drinking something else, they would, of course, be in a cup mug, duh, obviously. And you can get yours at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below, and we do ship internationally and domestically in the US, so there are no excuses. And we're looking at the people of Italia for the final time this
year. Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I decided to wear my Raja shirt. Yes.
Oh, period.
Love me some Raja.
The queen, if she'd already had hers.
Exactly. She shouldn't have. But that's okay. And
at least she got a title from that damn season.
True. And it's finally happened. I have been driven to drink alcohol, so I have vodka. Straight up vodka. No, I'm kidding. I'm not drinking alcohol. I still don't drink. I'm drinking water.
I was gonna say,
Priscilla, you almost drove me to it.
We'll talk about it. We are here. It is the finale of Drag Race Italia season 3. Some of us are not happy at all. Some of us are content with the outcome that happened in this episode. Some of us are very upset. And some of us are not here because they're so upset. No,
yes, refused to show up.
Yeah, Lana refused to show up. No, I'm kidding. Lana had something going on, so she could not make it today. But we will be expressing her, quite frankly, just say discontent at what happened. And I think David will be able to fill in on the discontent front. Perfectly fine to fill in for Lana while she's not here. But we're going to talk about this finale and for whatever it was. Because it was not... It was not very entertaining. If I'm going to be honest, I didn't enjoy this.
This season's like that, that horse that like gradually gets worse. This season, actually, it's like a really nice horse. And then for me, it just like becomes a cartoon at the very
end. But it's been pretty good for the bulk of the season.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a good horse.
Literally the last 3 episodes. It's just been like, oh. But we're going to talk all about it. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, because we are going to be here almost all the time in 2024, giving you almost all things drag. And oh boy, do we have drag content on the way, because everything is happening.
It's coming.
I'm not prepared. Season 16 of US, España All-Stars, UK versus the World, Drag Den, Dragula's eventually going to finish. We still have Canada. We promised the people we would watch La Mas. I hate everything. It's fine. It's fine. But we're going to briefly talk about the reunion Because honestly, it wasn't that entertaining of a reunion.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple things of note.
Yeah.
A couple big things of note.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. David, what do you think of it? What do you think of the reunion?
I thought it was okay. Things didn't go exactly how I would have liked in some of the topics, but other topics I'm like, okay, I like how this is going. The main thing that I was excited to see in the reunion was how are things going to be resolved between Sypario and Lina after the whole like blocking gate. So we saw that, and Lina really was unbothered by it. Sypario also had zero regrets about it. It seemed like she really didn't seem to have a lot of remorse, and a lot of the other queens that had already been eliminated were like, "Yeah, you did what you had to do. It's a fight." I think only Silvana spoke up and was like, "Yeah, but that's kind of messed up. You shouldn't have done that. You're blocking her." And I completely agree with Silvana. Like, I still do not think it's okay. But the funny thing we did get from this was at the very end of the reunion, when it's the music is playing and all that, and everybody's dancing. Sypario's dancing, and Lina like just goes right in front of her and like tries to block her.
And that's why Lina will be one of my favorites forever. I adore this individual, truly, honestly, and genuinely. Like, it's that kind of just like stupid humor that I am such a fan of.
Yeah, that's fair. One of the other things I wanted to talk about, this is more of a highlight. They were asking everybody how they felt about the judges this year, and then when they got to Paolo, the queens did not mince their words. They definitely made it pretty clear that they do not like Paolo as a judge. A couple of them spoke up, and yeah, they were basically like, we didn't feel like he was consistent or constructive with his critiques, and yeah, it just was not helpful. And Priscilla tried to defend him, but I was surprised they even showed that segment at all, because they could have certainly protected his image and just cut that part.
I mean, something tells me maybe he's not signed for season 4.
Maybe not, and I would be okay with that.
He didn't bring much. Honestly, if the judging panel was Priscilla, Chiara, Paola, Yetzi, great.
Yeah, I don't even know if she brought a lot for me.
I think and the difficulty is she wasn't there for like half the episode. But I think the episode she was there for, and in the moments where she could provide critique for what she knows, I thought she gave really good critique.
That's fair.
Like when they did the dance challenge. No, she wasn't there for the dance challenge. I don't remember. I remember liking her, and I remember being like, "Oh, she's perfectly inoffensive here." Like whatever.
You know what I think would be a good panel? It's kind of male heavy.
Tiziano Ferro.
Is that the guy that's like a big fan of the show?
The one that was there for Snatch Game?
Yes.
Yes.
Put him on there.
I want him. Yeah.
And bring back Tommaso.
Honestly, sure. I think honestly, Chiara brings enough feminine energy to balance out all of them.
Right.
But
I agree. Okay, the third thing and the last thing I had to talk about with this reunion. So Priscilla, she was feeling messy in this reunion. So she had,
when is she not feeling messy?
She had each of the queens, I guess, write like a secret. I don't know if they were assigned a person to send the note to, or they did it for everybody and they just picked
we got clarification
the juicy one. Yeah. But they had secret messages that they wrote to each other. And so the very first one was to Sheeva, and it was a very nice message. And Priscilla would have them like guess who wrote the message. And she's like, "Oh, this has to be Melissa." And Melissa was like, "Yes, it was me." And instantly Silvana was like, "Wait, I think I misunderstood the assignment here. I thought we were supposed to write mean things." And I couldn't tell if she was joking or not, but no, she was not joking, because almost everybody had very nice things to say to each other until the last few that we got to. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and skip to the last one. We did have the message from Morgana, and that was from Silvana. Silvana owned it right away because she knew she was the last person left, and she tried to like justify her comments, but it just felt really petty to me. Like, I don't know, it just felt like she was kicking Morgana and basically like saying, "Yeah, that's why you couldn't make the finale." It just rubbed me wrong because Silvana's always portrayed herself as somebody so kind and sweet and all this, and it just felt extremely two-faced. Like, oh, I thought this was going to be anonymous, so I was going to let my true colors like fly. But the worst of them all was poor La Prada. She had that message from La Sheeva, and she correctly guessed it. So good job, La Prada. But I just thought it was scathing and rude and honestly hateful. And La Shiva like tried to spin it like, yeah, we just never connected. But no, you're just being a straight up bitch, La Shiva. Like, I had my ups and downs with her, mostly downs, but this just solidified. I think Lashiva is kind of a nasty person. Like, I thought that was really ruthless and rude what she said to La Prada. It was so bad that I had to send a message to La Prada on Instagram just encouraging her because I felt so bad. You could see, like, I'm sure you noticed, she looked like she was on the verge of tears.
Yeah.
That whole like conversation, and you could just tell like she was crushed because she thought she was going into this and having a fun time, having a good experience. And I called it the first episode. I was like, yeah, she says like mean things, but I thought there was like a hint of fun behind them. And she got it back, but without the fun. And it was really sad to see. So, yeah.
I hope that is just the character Lashiva on the show and not Lashiva in real life. Like, I'm really hoping so, because everything we were presented with from Sheeva, for the most part, I really just was not a fan of throughout the whole season, honestly.
I agree. And hearing that she was drag family with Farida like really had me like expecting good things from her. But I mean, they're just not the same people at all. Yeah. That was the reunion.
You know what did make sense for me? Finding out that Melissa's one of Melissa's drag sisters is La Diamond. They made all the sense in the world for me.
Yes, I didn't realize that. And somebody, I don't know if it's true, but on Twitter, I made a post about like these three would have been perfect winners, and it was Farida, La Diamond, Melissa.
Follow David at
but yeah, somebody was like, "Oh, they're all in the same drag family," and I didn't know that. So are these two families?
Which is probably why someone didn't win later. I'm gonna be honest. I think that could have something to do with it.
Could be. Who knows? But man, that's a killer drag family.
Well, so from what I understand, Sheeva is the daughter of Farida and the niece of Nehelenia, and then Melissa is the sister of La Diamond. I don't know what the crossover then is.
I don't know, but 80% of those queens I love. So
yes, 80%.
Which one do I not love is the question.
I wonder. But to look, and I was like, 80? I haven't had that much caffeine today. I can't think properly. Anyway, let's talk about the finale. Our top four comes in, and it's still a top four because it's top four, and they couldn't get rid of Silvana because they had to give her Miss Congeniality later, so they couldn't get rid of Silvana. If that's the only reason they made it a top four instead of a top three, honestly, fine. Like,
it's always a top four, though, right?
No, I think season 1 was a top three.
No, it wasn't. It was a top four.
No, it was a top four. Then why are they going on and on and on about it being a top four when you always do a top four? Didn't I complain about this when we did the last episode? I really feel like I complained about it.
I wasn't here, but Probably.
Oh no, did they eliminate? Hold on. Oh no, she was just eliminated in the finale because La Petite Noire was just eliminated in the finale.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did a top 3 lip sync.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I'm thinking it was because they did a top 3 lip sync, a top 3 lip sync, and then this season they did a top 2 lip sync.
Well, she should have been in the lip sync. I love La Petite Noire. She was my second favorite that season.
Behind Nehania or Diamond?
Diamond. Those 3 were all close. And I love Aura too. I don't know. It was a good top 4.
Okay, here's the thing with me. I didn't fall in love with... I liked Aura on Italia. I fell in love with Aura on Queen of the Universe.
That's fair. That's fair. It was really just like her... If she had better looks in season 2, she would have been way up there because she was so sweet and very talented.
I think we will see her back for when they do Italia All Stars because we do have confirmation that is going to come down the pipeline.
Okay. They've got a good roster. Yeah, they got a few strong contenders to win.
I know. I think they're going to do it after season 4, is at least from what I understand, which I agree. I mean, the original All Stars was done after season 4, so I think that would be a good time to do it. They got a lot of strong contenders for it, so I think I'm excited for that. But I also had a soft spot for Skandalov all season. I love Skandalov.
Oh, yes.
I love Skandalov. And he's attractive, but whatever. But yes, the top 4 comes in. They're still the top 4, and they're top 4ing. And then they come into the workroom the next day, still top 4. And this episode is fluff. This episode is fluff. This could have been an email, honestly. But Mariana walks in, and we find out that the final challenge of the season is to record verses and perform in the music video for Paola Iezzi's song, The Queens.
You don't get to write your verse. You get to
you get to recite your verse and then recite these lyrics we've already written for you. We don't trust you enough to write your own lyrics because we saw what happened with Lakeisha Lubamba on season 1, and we're not allowing it ever again.
Nope. But there is a moment here after he announces the challenge. There's a moment I really liked here with Priscilla. He takes time in the workroom and talks to each of the final 4 and like gives them affirmations.
I loved it. I loved this.
I really liked, and like he told them each how they grew in the season, and I thought it was very sweet. This was before I had like raging anger towards Priscilla, which is coming later. So I'm like, oh, good for you, Priscilla. I don't know why I ever disliked you.
Well,
about that.
Okay, but Lina is still a deserving winner of this franchise anyway. Anyway, David Healy. I'm not going to start fighting with you yet.
We'll fight later.
We'll fight to the death later. It's fine. But yeah, I loved that he did that because I was like, oh, that's really cute. Me thinking that the rest of the episode was going to be him doing the Tic Tac lunch and him doing everything. No, it's just Chiara Francini. And I'm like, correct.
Right. Yep.
I think the only thing at this point, and I think Priscilla is lovely, and I think Priscilla is wonderful, and Priscilla is very nice to look at. But I'm going to be honest. I think the only thing that could save this franchise is making Chiara Francini the host.
There we go. First cis woman.
The first cis woman to host a Drag Race franchise. And I don't think anyone would be mad. Nope. I genuinely don't think a single soul would be disappointed at Chiara hosting this franchise. But Chiara is there for choreography with a lot of hot men. And the entire choreography segment is just them ogling over hot men. That's the only thing I noted was hot men.
You know, they've been sequestered for quite a while, so I'm sure they have a lot of pent-up feelings that they need to release.
We know Silvana did. Shit. Silvana was just having, oh my God, like literally having an orgasm on stage. I'm just like, damn, okay, girl. And And then we do our Tic Tac lunch equivalent with Kiara, which I thought was an incredible choice.
Mm-hmm.
None of these particularly stood out to me, I'm going to be honest, just because it's kind of a lot of the same stories that we've heard. But it's Kiara hearing all of these stories, which I was like, oh, good. I'm glad that Kiara gets to like interact with them and learn more about like specifically like Melissa's journey, because a lot of that had been Priscilla learning about that. So I'm glad that we got, you know, Kiara doing this.
Yeah, it seems like usually most seasons there's at least one new thing that I learn in these, but I really don't think I learned anything new from this group.
No, it's like Lina is very supported. Melissa has had a really difficult journey in her trans identity and, you know, mixing drag with her trans identity. Sheeva's a bitch. Silvana, you know, had her own struggles, but she is thriving now, allegedly. No, I love Silvana. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't learn anything new. And then they're getting ready and they're like, oh my god, it's actually the last time we're all gonna get ready. Oh my god. And nothing happened, and then we go to the runway.
They kept calling themselves For Drag Ever, right?
That was the name of the group that they decided on.
Why not Drag Forever?
I don't know, David. I don't want to ask.
But we had Silvana, Funny Queen, Lina Galore, Sexy Queen, Sheeva, Bitchy Queen, and Melissa, Power Component. I'm like, okay, I was
like, huh? Okay.
She is the power component.
She is the power component of this season. Yeah, and then we go to the runway. That's all. To do our music video for the Queens.
Mm.
This wasn't the most groundbreaking thing I've ever seen for a Drag Race finale, but it was cute.
It was cute, yeah. And I really liked that the lipstick was red the whole time on everybody. I thought that was
Melissa.
adorable. Oh, really?
Melissa's is pink.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
I noticed that in my second watch through to grab this screenshot. I was like, oh, Melissa's lips are pink. What? Did she not get the red lip memo? Is that why she lost?
Oh, no.
That's why she lost. I cracked the code. I'm Sasha Bell. I cracked the code on this season of Drag Race Italia. Mm-hmm. She didn't wear red lipstick, and that's why she lost.
Well, I will say, I actually did not really love the song itself. I don't know about you.
I didn't think the song was bad. There wasn't a lot of substance to the song.
It just felt like, I don't know. There was not a lot of substance, but it also felt like an Allies version of what they think it's like to be gay, you know?
Oh, no, 100%. Yeah, no, like, but it also was very
love is love.
Love is love. We are the queens. We have to stand for what's right. It's like, yeah, girl, we know. We live the experience. Welcome to Drag Race. Like, welcome to probably your first direct exposure to the queer experience. Like, the song itself was very Europop, though, and it's very, like, something I would listen to. So I actually did really enjoy the song. I do wish there was a bit more. It felt very superficial, like, ally.
Right. And none of the singing was that impressive. And they sure auto-tuned Lina. Like, it sounded like good auto-tune, but it was extremely auto-tuned.
I watched this with my roommate, and he goes, why does it sound like they have native English speakers singing in Italian? And I'm like, that's literally the four of them singing. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, honey, they just auto-tuned the fuck out of everybody. He was like, oh. Mind you, it was 1 a.m. when we watched this, and he had literally just flown back from seeing his family for Christmas. So he was just like, oh. He was like, first thing I need to do, watch Drag Race. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him in the slightest.
I also imagine the director must have been at one point like, you know what, this isn't gay enough. Melissa, Lina, we need you to kiss each other. Sheeva, Silvana.
No, it wasn't Sheeva and Silvana. It was Sheeva and Melissa.
Oh, really?
Silvana didn't kiss anybody.
Oh.
Silvana did not kiss a single person.
Well, Melissa's getting around.
I love it. I'm here for it. I will make out with Melissa
Me too.
Bianchini. I absolutely would. I think the funny thing is this video felt so unbalanced because most of the shots are Melissa. And then you have like Sheeva doing her own like little mini moment. And then you have Silvana just like, ha, with like 3 hot men around her. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Silvana stood out like a sore thumb to me because she was just so like camping it up. And it just did not fit the tone of the song or her fellow competitors. So I was like, rein it in a little bit.
And that's why she got 4th. And that's why she definitively got 4th.
Don't say that. She's on my draft team.
4th. Okay, well, she gets points for being Miss Congeniality. So there we go. You get more points than Lana got in this finale.
It doesn't matter anyways. We know who won the draft.
It doesn't matter at all. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, I didn't think this was horrible. This is not the worst finale music video I've ever seen. It's certainly not the best.
No.
So, let's move to Priscilla, who I think this is one of the best she's had this season.
Mm-hmm. I agree, even with the nude illusion there. You know me.
You know, I will say though, because I understand that, it's literally just to cover her chest tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
I'd rather just see it.
I also would rather just see it, quite personally. But I think for what it is, it actually blends pretty nicely to the skin. Like, it's a pretty close match.
Mm-hmm. I have a lesser favorite nude illusion coming up. From somebody I do like a lot.
Oh, no. I think I know who you're talking about. Mm. No. Well, let's dive into the runways. Category is Eleganza Extravaganza, and we're going to talk about everybody in the order they were eliminated. So, first up, Adriana Picasso. Oh, I forgot about this bitch, and I was so happy to see her.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I think this, of the eliminated queens, this might be my second favorite of them all.
Oh, of the eliminated queens?
Yes.
This might be my favorite of the eliminated queens.
Oh, I have one I like better.
Okay.
And I'm not surprised by it. But no, I think she looks stunning here. Like, this feels very like classic drag, which is great. Like, because this season has been such like classic drag. Like, it's funny to think about, but I'm pretty sure all 4 of the finalists are older than the entire cast of Drag Race 16. I could be wrong.
I think Sasha beats at least one of them. So Lina's the youngest of the top 4 at 34.
Season 16?
Oh, season 16.
Yeah.
Oh, I have 15 on the brain. Sasha Colby on the brain, of course.
Yeah, I was like, there is no Sasha. You're thinking of 15. But yeah, the upcoming cast, season 16 for Drag Race US.
You are almost correct.
Oh, okay.
There are 2 34-year-olds on the cast.
But wait, 16. How old is Lina?
34. Or she would have been 35 at the time of, or she would be 35 now. But they filmed in a similar time frame, so I'm going to assume they're all the same age.
Okay. So, I thought I heard that the oldest was 33 when it was filmed, but is 34 now.
From what I understand, according to the fandom wiki, Sapphira and Maya are both 34. And then Tsunami and Megami are 33.
Okay. Well, I still think it's possible that Lina is technically older than everybody.
It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible.
Yep.
Yeah, because Lina's 34, Melissa is 36, Sheeva's 37, and Silvana's 44. So,
Yep. But back to Adriana.
Anyway, Adriana Picasso. Gorgina.
Yellow looks perfect on her. I really like all the jewels as well. Her eyes, her face. This is great. She should be very proud of this.
I'm going to say this, and I mean this in the most respectful way possible. She gives me top 5 at Miss Continental in this gown. Like, it gave me pageant down in the absolute best way. I really wish, and I genuinely, I really enjoyed 12 out of the 13 people in this cast. I really do. I really wish more than anybody else we had been able to see more of Adriana Picasso, because I think like just seeing some of the looks she's presented on Instagram and like all that kind of stuff. That might be a video we do next year's eliminated queen looks, like our top eliminated queen looks, as if we need more end of the year videos to do. Make sure to go check out our end of the year videos dropping very shortly after this video. But this is so good. This color is so good on her. This updo looks so good. The mug is stamped. Everything is just, yeah. Your score, David?
85.
It's a full for me. I can't not. This is going to be a lot of fulls and some close fulls, and then one that probably isn't. Next up, Krania.
Man, also, let me say, they went through these so quick on the actual episode because I would try to take notes and keep scores, and it was after like the first couple. I'm like, "Yep, I'm not taking notes."
Thank you, the drag zone.
Yes, I think she looks good here. Is this something I'm gonna remember? No, but it works for a finale. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the wig, the pink and blue wig. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it goes well with the rest of the look, like that, just that one spot of blue. I don't understand the choice there. But overall she looks very good.
Is it supposed to ombre?
Is it? It I'm not seeing the blend.
I'm
At
not
least
either.
not in this picture. It looks like it goes like starkly from one color to the next color.
I think
So
you're right. Yeah, I would say face down, I do actually really enjoy this garment. I love the way this is draped with that like iridescent tulle over the top coming from like the waist of the dress.
who are you calling an iridescent tool?
You. Yeah, the wig doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but like the shoulder piece is lovely, the necklace is gorge. Yeah, it's a solid finale look. And I will say definitively, now that we have all the lip syncs of this season, she actually gave me my favorite lip sync of this season.
Oh wow.
Her and Leila, I think, was my favorite lip sync of this season.
That was a good one.
Because the lip syncs this season just didn't, serve in the way we would have wanted.
Yeah, I think because one person was always safe or high.
Okay, but I wouldn't have wanted to risk her in the
Right.
bottom two, David Healy.
Should have had some lip syncs for the win.
Should have had a lip sync tournament so Melissa could have won another challenge. Anyway, scores for Krania.
I'll give her a 76.
I'm going to give her an 88.
Okay.
Which is about on par for our scores. That's pretty even. Vezirja.
Yeah, this is definitely a good look for her. She was not one of my favorite look queens this season. Like she's as sweet as pie, but yeah, her looks left a little bit to be desired. This maybe it's from low expectations, but I was impressed with this. I think it's a good color on her. It feels very finale. Like if Melissa was wearing this, I would be disappointed. But for her, this is great.
It's simple. It's simple. It's not an elevated thing, but I think this looks really great for her. I love having the full shoulder exposed, then with the wig and the necklace, the big draped sleeves, then with the cape down the back and having all of that connected. I think the way this is constructed is very nice. The gown itself is a simple gown. It's a Bianca Del Rio gown. I'm not mad at it per se. I like the wig with the different color highlights in it. She looked lovely and wonderful. And I was very happy to see Vezirja back, even though she did not say a single fucking word in this finale, nor do I really think she said anything in the reunion. But I was happy to see her nonetheless. Scores.
She'll get a 75 from me.
I'm actually going to give this a 90. I really enjoyed it. It's simple, but simple done very, very well for me. Mm-hmm. So. Lightning Aurora. Also someone I was happy to see back. I was like, oh, yay!
Yeah, I think she looks very cute. Honestly, a lot of my scores are like right around the same area for these eliminated queens. I do like the big pink sleeve. I don't know why she's got a big sleeve on one side but not on the other, but hey, asymmetry is good.
Asymmetry is a thing, David.
Yeah, but yeah, I think she looks very good. This is a great fabric on her.
I think she looks lovely. She's someone else that I was like, oh, I wish we could have seen a bit more. And I think maybe with a little bit more time and a little bit more time in her developing in her identity and her drag, I think we'll see some really great things from her. This look is lovely. It's fine. It's a ball gown. I don't get the asymmetrical one sleeve either. I don't mind it. It's just not my favorite thing in the world. The feathers were a little deflated in the hair, but she doesn't look bad by any means of the imagination. So, scores.
I'm still gonna give her a 77.
I'm gonna go a little bit lower for this one. I'm gonna give her an 80. Morgana Cosmica.
Branding. Morgana was actually probably one of my favorite look queens this season, believe it or not. Other than some major standouts that made it to the end, basically.
Melissa and Lina.
Yes, but I thought she had some good concepts throughout the show, and this is another good one. I really like this. It's like a good celestial look that still works as a beautiful dress. I like the wig. I think I would have liked something different with the eyebrows. She went very small and light on those, so I don't know, not my favorite, but everything else I thought she looked very good.
I thought she was doing a no eyebrow look, honestly.
It gives that impression.
I think I maybe would have liked it a little bit better with that. Here's my difficulty. I think the gown is actually really beautiful, and I think she looks really beautiful in it. This Saturn's ring bullshit wrapping around her body just looks so cheap to me. And it's unfortunate because the rest of it is so good. But I'm just like, girl, you couldn't bother to make that out of anything other than cardboard? It's buckling, diva.
You were mad when JK did it.
But yeah, that was well constructed. This isn't.
Fine.
You can't say I'm wrong.
It's a little wonky and bending weird.
At least JK made it out of probably several layers of cardboard. You could have made this out of foam board and it would have been more effective. But the garment is still very good. Scores.
Agreed. It's a 79 for me.
I'm gonna give it an 80.
We're getting closer to each other.
I know.
Yeah.
It's our friend of the podcast, Sissy Lea. This is where you're gonna complain about a new illusion. I already know.
Maybe. Yeah, and this was not who I was talking about, but yeah, looking at this now, I'm not crazy about the nude illusion.
Damn, sorry, Sissy.
It's okay. I noticed it as soon as you pulled up the picture, though, so I was going to say something either way. But I do like the dress itself. I really like black and pink together. They go well
in
on
your
her
area. I made a joke.
Oh.
You said
black pink.
And I said in your area.
Okay. I don't know the music well
if
enough.
Literally anyone else was here, they would have laughed. Fuck you, David.
Sorry, I'm trying. But we love Sissy Lea.
We love Sissy.
She looks very good. I love her face. Yeah, this is a great silhouette in general. So I like it.
I love this. And it's not just because it's Sissy Lea. I actually really think the cut of the gown is really nice. The way that the Nude Illusion comes down into kind of the waist panel, I think is actually a really interesting detail, and I like that. The black and pink together is a classic combination that is going to look good. I love this updo she has. This is just all around for me a very spectacular look, and I'm very thrilled for our darling Sissy Lea, who is performing on the main stage of DragCon UK, and I'm sad that neither of us will be there for it.
Yeah,
but
that would have been fun.
I know. Next year, maybe.
Yeah. Or she could come to our DragCon.
We're praying to God that she comes to DragCon LA. Anyway, scores
78.
I'm going to just give her a full because I can, and because I think this garment deserves it. This is one of my top 3 from the eliminated queens for sure. La Prada.
La Prada. I like La Prada. This is a cute dress. I don't get finale from it, but it's very cute and flowy, and she displayed it well. Once again, I'm a little underwhelmed with her makeup choices. But I can't wait to see her on All Stars, or she's gonna have a major glow up. I just know it. But overall, I thought this was fine. Not one of my favorites.
It's not my favorite either. I just think there's a lot of, I like the intricacy of the detailing in the skirt itself. I think that's really strong. I think the cut of the top of this gown is a little weird because it comes down to a very interesting length, and then the straps are very thin, and I wish it would have been like a bulkier strap just all the way going up. The choice of wig with this I also thought was a little weird. It's just not my favorite, unfortunately. Scores.
I'm going to give it a 74.
I'm going to give it a 70. Because the color looks good on her. Leila Yarn.
This was my favorite of the eliminated queen looks.
This was also my favorite of the
okay, yes.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Thank you, I know.
Yes, and this was what I was saying earlier. Like, I was not surprised by who was my favorite, because Leila is the other queen that was eliminated that I always thought brought really strong fashion. There were maybe once or twice where I was underwhelmed, but overall, she's so good. This is a stunning color on her. And the lipstick really makes it pop as well. That wig is everything.
Is it a yarn wig? Because it looks like a yarn, at least a yarn headpiece, if not a yarn wig.
It gives that vibe if it's not. But yeah, I just thought this was so regal and classy. She should absolutely be proud of it. This honestly I like this. This is my second favorite overall of the finale looks.
I think I might agree with you. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, this is spectacular. This color looks incredible on her. I love that it's the short skirt with the big billowing cape, then with the silver thigh high. I'm like, that's a cute touch to everything. I'm gonna say it's a yarn headpiece. I don't know if it's a yarn headpiece, but the yarn headpiece is yarn headpiecing. Everything about this, it's so beautifully structurally done. The draping is gorgeous, and she just looks incredible. So, scores.
I'm gonna give it an 89.
It's full. It's full for me. And the last up of our eliminated queens is Sypario.
Yes, Sypario. Sypario, sorry. I said it very...
I was like, I'm going to say it with the attempt of an Italian accent, and David's going to go, Sypario.
Sypario. So, Sypario.
So, Sypario.
No, I'm not that bad. I actually really like this. This is in my top 3 of the eliminated queens. I think this is a great silhouette on her. I said it before. This woman brought so much fabric with her to Drag Race. Like, I do not think a queen has ever had so much fabric per look as much as Sypario. But yeah, I think this is really stunning. Like, I love the coat. I love the headpiece. Her face looks good. Overall, this is a major win for her. She's redeeming herself a little bit here.
I think it's good. I think it's fine. I don't think it's anything like it's not my favorite. She brought a lot of fabric to Drag Race. She brought so much fabric to Drag Race. I think the difficulty I have is actually with the dress itself and the way that it's tiered. I don't particularly love that. But the headpiece is lovely. The big billowing cape with the 40,000 yards of fabric. It looks beautiful. So work, girl. Scores.
83.
You know what? I'm going to match that, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll match that. It's, yeah. Yeah. So, moving to our final 4. First up, we have the Sheeva.
This might be a hot take. First of all, let me say I really like this neon green and black together. There's a lot here that I like. Like, I think her wig looks good. Her makeup is strong. I freaking hate that tulle around her. For me, that takes away everything from that. I think it's ugly. It does not go well with this. And it made this my least favorite look of all 13 contestants. Yeah, that just, like, it's such an eyesore. It just, those colors do not mix. They don't match. It's just ugly. Take that off and it would be so much better.
I don't hate this nearly as much as you do. I will agree. I think there's a lot that I like about this. I think my difficulty, I don't incredibly dislike the color of the tulle. I wish it was another color. I wish it was black.
Yeah, that would be better.
Black tulle with that, I think, would have been a lot stronger. It's not a bad look. It definitely, for me, is not my least favorite because Prada exists, unfortunately. But I don't think this is a bad look by any means of the imagination. Scores.
It's 71. And that's only because I like everything other than the tulle. The tulle probably brought it down a good 10 points.
I'm going to give it an 80.
Melissa. Okay. Yeah, she looks beautiful as always. I think this is an incredible silhouette on her. I really like what she's going for there. The butterflies on the back, I thought that was adorable. The movement that they had. This is the one I was talking about with the nude, though.
Yeah.
The nude. Yeah, the nude on the chest, I do not like at all. It really kind of takes away from what's otherwise a very, very strong look, even if it's not like an unexpected look. Sometimes she kept me surprised throughout the season. This doesn't particularly surprise me, but I still like it, except for the nude.
There's a lot about this that I like. I agree with you. The whole butterfly motif, I think, is really well done. And then when she takes off the butterfly panels during the lip sync, that's actually my favorite part of this whole thing together. My difficulty comes with the nude illusion, and also it feels a little, and I think this is based on the color, for me, it feels a little bland. Is unfortunately the word that I kind of have to use with it. I do still think Melissa looks gorgeous. I'm over these glittered sculpted wigs, but I do think this is a very well done sculpted glitter wig, and I'm like, if this is the last glitter sculpted wig I have to deal with in 2023, that is fine. But yeah, there were just some minor execution things for me that just brought this look down a little bit. It wasn't my favorite, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. She set the bar so high for herself, and she didn't live up to it.
Yeah, I think that it's not a complete miss, but it's definitely below what we've seen from her this season.
Mm-hmm.
Scores.
86.
88. And that's still one of my higher scores because I do still think it's a solid look. But...
Mm-hmm.
Silvana della Magliana. This is ugly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to amend a statement I made. About Sheeva.
I really think you should.
I forgot about this.
I really think you should. Yeah,
I forgot about this one. Yeah, this was my least favorite of the night.
Yeah, this is the worst look, obviously.
And I don't think it's a terrible look, though.
It's not. It's not horrible. That's the thing.
I mean, when the category is eleganza extravaganza, this doesn't meet that. This is giving me like 80s Marie Antoinette. I don't know.
Did you see when she was like, for my eleganza extravaganza, I'm giving homage to one of my favorite TV shows, Bridgerton.
What? Okay.
Where? Exactly, Lily. Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you.
She definitely agrees.
Good. She should. That was such perfect timing.
It was.
Oh, I love you.
The thing that could have really helped this, I think, is a different wig. Like, the wig just does not go with this outfit at all. At all. Like, if you're gonna do something that's some sort of like throwback to, like, I don't know, like Bridgerton, if you want to say that, have a wig that matches it, not this wig that I feel like we've seen before.
She only brought 4 wigs to Drag Race, David.
Like, literally, or are you just like...
No, like, I genuinely think she might have only brought 4 wigs.
I'm pretty sure we've seen this.
We have.
So
it's the big afro. And there's like 2 others. And I'm just like, oh, girl.
Yeah, it's disappointing. But it's like there's a world where I could have liked it more. So that's what's keeping me from like completely bashing it.
Yeah, this was her. This is the wig that she wore for her talent show. So I was like, I know I've seen this wig before.
Thought we wouldn't notice, girl.
Nope. We did.
We see you. Just like the extreme close-ups we get. Exactly. We got those a lot for her again. Did you notice how close they got to her face at one point?
Yes, I did.
It's when she's talking to her like child self. They're like, get right up in here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see what's up your nose.
So it looks like the only wigs she brought were the afro,
the blonde
wig, her Lady Bunny wig, and then her entrance wig that she then used later for the twist runway. I'm literally going through all of her looks right now because I'm just curious. Yep, there's the afro wig. Oh, she had one for her Audrey 2, which I think is actually the best wig she wore this season. And then she wore this wig during her makeover. And then her makeover partner wore the yellow wig. She brought like 7 wigs. She literally brought like 7 wigs to this competition.
Maybe she brought like multiple of the same kind.
No, it's the same fucking wig, David. Oh, God. Thank God she's got personality.
She does. She's got a fun personality.
I have nothing to say about this, so I just want to move to scores.
Okay. 65.
I'm not gonna plead because it's a finale. I'll give her a 50, I guess. The one I really want to talk about is Lina Galore. You don't like it.
What did I say earlier? That Leila Yarn was my second favorite of the night. I haven't given a score higher than Leila Yarn yet.
Oh, thank God. Okay, David, I thought I was going to have to fight with you.
No, I'm bitter about it because I do like it. I like it a lot.
And you want to know why? Because she's a deserving winner of this season.
Because she's really good at looks. And man, her body looks good. I did not know she looked this good.
Oh, have you not thirst followed Lina on Instagram?
No.
You should. We've seen it all season though, because she keeps wearing those like open shirts and they keep getting bigger.
I don't know. It just caught me off guard. But I really like this concept. Anytime somebody can really successfully like marry like masculine and feminine looks together, I love those. And she does this extremely well in this look. It's giving me like a Roman deity kind of like coming out. I don't know. I really like the headpiece. Man, and that fabric is like some of the best looking fabric I've seen all season. It's so beautiful. Like it's just really popping out at me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm mad about it, but I really like this. I'm mad.
Don't be mad. Just be glad at the experience. I can already tell you. So we did our top look video, which is going to be coming out very shortly after we put out this video. And by we, I mean after I put out this video, because I do that. And in that video, we had a certain cutoff because we filmed it a bit ago. So we didn't include the finale looks from this season. So we will be including that probably in our top looks of 2024. And I can already tell you, this will be on my list for top looks of 2024. And it's happening 2 days before 2024. Like, this is absolutely incredible. Just, bitch. The concept behind this is so good. The execution is gorgeous. The wig is great. The face piece is stunning. The skirt is gorge. It doesn't need to be anything other than this. She probably won because Paola was like, oh shit, she's hot. We should crown her. Anyway, scores.
It's going to be 95.
Duh. And a 95 is basically David's version of a duh.
Yep,
so
pretty much.
we're pretty on par with that. Duh. Obviously, duh. So we get the critiques. We get the talking to your younger self. I didn't care. Didn't care.
No.
I don't watch any of them. I fast forwarded through it. I don't watch it.
I watched. It did not retain anything.
I just don't. I'm like, I don't want to hear about your younger self. I'm sorry. I don't. And then they go back into the workroom where all the queens are. And I loved this moment from Adriana, where she goes, Silvana, how did you make it to the top 4? And she's like, I had Sheeva as my shield, Lina as my, was it dressmaker? I don't know. And I made love to Melissa. And I was like, great. Okay, sure. And then she was like, no, I didn't mean that, girl. I meant because the meteor took out all the other dinosaurs. I was like, Adriana! And then fucking Silvana in confession was like, who are you, Adriana?
That's such low-hanging fruit, Silvana.
Silvana's the comedy queen of the season. Anyway.
I mean, I guess the dinosaur thing is low-hanging fruit too, but
it absolutely
was
is.
funny.
But it was funny. But it was a very effective joke, whereas Silvana's comeback was not.
Right.
And then the guest judge comes out. I didn't know anything about her. She looked lovely. She seemed lovely.
Have a guest judge.
Yeah, we had a guest judge.
Why?
A great question. I couldn't tell you, but you know, it happened.
They booked her in case Paola wasn't able to come back.
They were like, oh shit, we don't know if Paola's gonna be able to make it.
Oh, they're both here. What do we do?
But and then Paola and Paola come back, and it's boring.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really happens. Before we do that, though, we did get our Miss Congeniality, which is what they're crowning for the first time instead of Miss Simpatia. But we got the crowning of Miss Congeniality, which I guess isn't voted on by the queens and instead is just appointed by Priscilla. And of course, it was going to be Silvana della Magliana. So, sure, girl.
It's so random. It's like, how can Priscilla give a second prize to one of the finalists that she also likes besides the winner?
On almost every season, it's been fourth place.
Okay, interesting.
Silvana got it, Lucretia got it, and then the outlier is Nehelenia.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, from what I understand from some comments on social media, this award is more so for like the funniest as opposed to like the traditional Miss Congeniality that we know it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is still stupid, and I think the queens should vote on it. But whatever, I don't run this franchise, and maybe I should because it's not being run very properly at this point. Anyway, we got the long, drawn-out monologues that conclude with the announcement of our top two, which is, of course, Melissa and Lina. Hello, of course. And they are going to lip sync, which means we finally get to see Melissa lip sync. And I loved it.
I want to talk about something before we get to that, though.
Oh, okay.
If that's cool.
Of course.
So I don't know why they brought her out early, but La Diamond came out.
Oh. Did I not? I forgot to put La Diamond's look on here. I pulled La Diamond's look. Hold on.
It was so good. I forget. Can I just say, I love La Diamond.
Oh, I love La Diamond.
And if it was not for La Diamond getting her win in season 2, there's a strong chance I would have given up on Drag Race Italia as a whole because
I think we all would have.
Yeah, she was instantly my favorite. She was my preseason winner pick. She killed everything that season. She dominated. And look at her. Look at her.
Look at her.
Look at her. Now,
so good.
That's pretty much a full cup for me.
Yeah.
I love this.
As it should be.
Mm-hmm.
As it should be.
Man.
I love it.
See? Priscilla can get it right sometimes.
Every other season, it seems like.
Yep. For me, at least.
But yes, we get Melissa and Lina lip syncing to Furore by Paola and Chiara, which I think makes the third or fourth Paola and Chiara lip sync on this season of Drag Race Italia. This is, I believe, the song. I'm going to check it because I don't want these San Remo gays coming in the comments coming for me again. So, what did you think of the lip sync, David?
I thought it was a pretty good lip sync. Right off the bat, Lina starts twirling her baton, and she was so good at that. And it was like drawing my eye. I could not stop looking at her. But then I finally look at Melissa, and I'm like, she is giving a classic, very strong lip sync. Like she wasn't doing any tricks or anything unusual. She was just really lip syncing well. It felt very classic. And then we get to the part where Lina pulls out her spray paint, and she starts spray painting her chest gold. And I actually I like the idea behind that, but I did think it was a little bit of a fail for me just because there was not a lot of contrast between her actual skin color and the gold paint. So really, it was not very noticeable. It reminded me of something Throb Zombie would have done and would have gotten red for. But I do like the effort. Overall, I thought it was a pretty close lip sync. I don't know. It was a hard one to call, but I did give the edge to Melissa. I don't know if that's my bias. I don't think so, but we never think we're biased, do we?
Oh, I will admit when I'm biased. I will say I also thought I would have given the edge to Melissa. I think they both did a really good job. I think this is the closest lip sync, and I would honestly say this was my second favorite lip sync of the season. It would be this, and then Amy and Leila would be my number one. Honestly. Okay. What would be my third then? Morgana and Sheeva, maybe?
Oh, I actually like Morgana and
Lightning.
That
was a good lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe I would give it to that one. Not a strong lip syncing season, unfortunately.
No.
But yeah, I thought this was a very close lip sync. I thought they both did really well. I thought some of Lina's stunts worked. Obviously, the baton was really good, but I do agree with you. Already having the gold flake on her chest and then doing the gold spray paint, like, it didn't come off on TV the way that I wanted it to, and maybe it came off in person.
Yeah.
A little bit better. But I thought Melissa just commanded the stage. She didn't have to do too much because I don't think she could have done all that much in the gown she was wearing, but she did good. And I genuinely went into the announcement of this winner being like, I don't know who's gonna win. I was like, it could be either one of them. For me, I would have been happy either way. And for other people here, they're not. But we get the announcement that the winner of Drag Race Italia Season 3 is Lina. Yay, Lina. And I will say this before David goes on his rant about how Lina shouldn't have won and how Melissa should have won. I will say by the end of the season, given everything that happened in the season, I think both of these entertainers were so incredibly balanced and very, very close in the way that they presented themselves. I think they both had strong points that were maybe a weaker point of the other person. And I think overall, their track records even and their proficiency throughout the season, I felt like balanced out for me pretty well. I was rooting for Melissa and I wanted Melissa to win. But I won't sit here, and I'm not saying this is what you're about to do, David. This is more so me talking to people on social media. I'm not about to sit here and say that Lina Galore is not a deserving winner of this season, because she is. And the reason why is y'all were going on and on and on social media about how incredible Lina's looks were. Y'all have been talking up Lina all season, and Melissa, obviously. But y'all have been going on about Lina. Y'all have been living for Lina's looks. Y'all have been impressed with Lina. Y'all have been talking about Lina all season. And then when she wins over your favorite, we're going to go for xenophobia. We're going to go for racism. We're going to go for transphobia. I don't personally think any of that stuff is involved. I hate when people take it to that level because it's just frustrating. Because we shouldn't immediately go to that. At the end of the day, I think both of their performances warranted a win. And in this scenario, if I have to be objective, the person that I was more drawn to in this finale overall was Lina. I think Lina had the stronger finale look. I thought Lina had the stronger performance in the music video. And I thought Melissa had the stronger performance in the final 2 lip sync. So if I'm going overall, like, it was so incredibly balanced. I'm not going to sit here and say Lina Galore is not a deserving winner of this season because I think she is. Do I wish Melissa had won? Yes. But I'm not going to sit here and discredit Lina. And I'm not saying that's what you're going to do, David. I'm just saying there are a lot of people online discrediting Lina. And it shouldn't be happening point blank in the period.
Yeah, I see what you're saying about like a lot of the reasons people are using. I don't necessarily think those are the reasons Lina won. I honestly believe that Lina was cast to be the winner.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah, especially with the comment we got from Priscilla. I think it was week 3 or 4 where she said to Lina, specifically when she was called safe, she's like, "We expect really good things from you. We want you to step it up." To me, that said, wait, you're not being what we cast you to be. So please do something so that we can crown you. So I think like it would have taken something monumental for her not to get the crown. And I will say this much. I think if I look at a list of all of the international queens that have won their seasons, I think Lina's on par with a lot of them. She's right up there. She did a very good job in her season. For me, this is not about Lina. It's not about Lina at all. My complaints, my frustration It's about Melissa, who I think is a flash in a pan, a once in every couple of years type of contestant. We just do not get somebody at her level. I don't think she got all of the wins she should have gotten this season. I think easily she could have gotten 4 or 5 wins. One of them I think would have been a shared win with the team. But yeah, I
think she should have had the win with Lina in the Drag Race Challenge.
See, yeah, and if I had to pick one, I would have given it to Melissa. But there was that team challenge with, I think it was Lina, Sissy, and Melissa.
Oh,
no, or was
the
it
DragCon panels?
Yeah, their team should have
all
won.
3 of them should have won. Oh yeah, we said that even.
Yep.
I think we said that all 3 of them should have won. Yeah, I agree with that.
Melissa, she should have won the design challenge straight up.
Who won the design challenge? Oh, Sheeva. Oh yeah, she should have won the design challenge.
Yeah,
she should have won that.
Yeah, there's just been so many times where Melissa didn't. I don't think she got all of the credit she deserved, and it would have made a boring season maybe, but it would have been just so deserved for me. For me, if she had won, she probably would have been my favorite international winner. I just think she's something so special, and she deserved that recognition, and I'm very frustrated that she did not get it. She checks all of the boxes for me, all of them. So yeah, it's a very frustrating way to end the year for me with these drag seasons. It's kind of heartbreaking if I'm being honest, because she's just incredible. Lina's great. Melissa is next level.
I get that.
Yeah.
But I also think we saw a lot of next level stuff from Lina this season. And
they showed all of her looks in that montage, and she really did have some really cool looks.
I feel like their runway packages were on par with each other. I was like, can it be a double crown?
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely, I was like, double crown them both. That would have been a more satisfying ending for me personally, because I would have been like, oh my god, both of my favorites this season won. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I get everything you're saying.
Yeah,
for sure. I definitely understand it. I just hate all the people that are now sending hate to Lina for absolutely no fucking reason. And I'm like, hi, don't do that. It's stupid. This is not her fault. If you're going to send hate to someone, send it to fucking Priscilla. Honestly. But that is that. Lina has won. Lily is upset. Lily is very upset. I love how much all of that is just picking up.
She's like, no, Melissa.
And hopefully Melissa speaks English. We know she speaks Portuguese. Pray to God we see Melissa on. Mm-hmm. If she speaks English, she better be on Global All Stars. Because I think Melissa, judged by RuPaul, would be judged properly. Agreed, Lily.
Can you imagine Melissa and Bernie on the same season? Maybe some Clover in there too.
No, because I want all of them to win. David, shut up. No. David. I'm gonna have
we need some fodder
over that thought. Don't worry, they'll cast Anthony in a Nutshell or something. No shade. No shade to Anthony in a Nutshell, but
and then she'll get eliminated and come back after she wins a reading challenge. And then take out a front runner.
I had to explain that entire situation in our top lip sync video, which will be out soon. I had to explain that entire situation. It was so good. That's Italia season 3. I think on a whole, I enjoyed this season. I'm still frustrated with Italia, but I am much less frustrated than I have been in past seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think in the 3 seasons that we've gotten, we have some really talented people. I do think season 2 and 3 are much better than season 1.
Oh, by a mile. I think season 2 is still the best.
I agree. And the one season that didn't super frustrate me with the very end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I said it on Twitter. If we had Farida, La Diamond, and Melissa as the 3 win, that would be untouchable. There would never be a franchise that could compete with their first 3 winners because they're all so freaking good.
I agree with that. But before
we still have a good group.
Before we go, I'll make this very short and sweet because David doesn't want to hear what happened. Because for another draft in a row, I beat David. And Lana got third.
Oh.
I know, I feel really bad. But for context, Melissa, for being the runner-up, received 7 points to everybody's draft. Silvana, for being crowned Miss Congeniality, received 5 points. And then Lina, for winning the season, received 10 points. Meaning that we ended with Lana with 100.5 points, David with 124.5 points, and I ended with 132 points. So,
okay,
very close. And
which contestant had the most points for the season?
I believe it was Melissa. I didn't track perfectly.
It was definitely Melissa.
It was Melissa. If one of us had Melissa and not all of us had Melissa, then that person would have won.
Probably.
But that is that. We are closing out our last Drag Race franchise that is finishing in 2023. But don't worry, because we've got so much more Drag Race on the horizon. No, I'm actually very genuinely excited for January because season 16 of US, UK versus the World, and España All-Stars. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a really good trio. Plus, there is the potential we will be covering Drag Den. I don't know in what capacity. We're not promising anything yet, but we kind of want to. So it might be an every other week thing. Who knows? But with all that being said, thank you so much for joining us for our finale recap here, and thank you for joining us for another year of Drag Race recaps and drag recaps over here at the Cup. We are moving into year 3. Can you believe it, David? Year 3.
Crazy. Time flies.
I've been doing this for 2 fucking years. And it feels like 20. But we sincerely appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already. Lots of lovely, wonderful, and fun things coming down the pipeline very, very soon. So make sure you are subscribed here because we're going to give you all the content that we can. And even some you probably didn't ask for. We've got 2 other channels as well for Almost All Things Reality TV and Almost All Things Eurovision Song Contest. So make sure to go subscribe over there. Make sure to follow our socials as well at The Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, where we'll be posting a lot more in the new year. Because I have time to do that now. So. Make sure to follow both David and myself down in the description below. And get your merch, including but not limited to the Cup mug, down there as well. I picked up my fan thinking I was going to cheers with my fan. I don't know why I did that. Oops. I'm out of it today. Cheers.
Cheers. Ciao, Bella. Bye.
Melissa might have been robbed, maybe.
She was.
Melissa for Global All-Stars.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.